Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, what about a controllable oversized racket? Interesting, right? Stay tuned. Hey guys, do you need help organizing your tennis life? Well, think Go! We got the Axiom line here, the 9-pack duffel, my favorite bag, the 9-pack Axiom 2.0. They even make a 12-pack if you're going on tour. And my favorite backpack of all time. I love that bag. So if you want to organize your tennis life, think Go. All right, so guys, back in my day, do you guys remember oversized rackets? No, not the ones that are on the market today, where they're thick, they're light, they're 115 to 130 square inches. So big snowshoes that are thick, that are super light, that are for those people who don't really swing or can't really swing. But do you remember back in the day when there were oversized rackets that were thinner, a la Prince Graphite 110? Or they may have even called it Prince Graphite Oversized. They had a Prince Pro, they had a Prince Graphite Pro. I mean, Prince kind of dominated that market. If you think about it, Agassi started there. I think Chang started there. David Wheaton. Not sure about Courier, but Agassi was one of the few that had to play with a oversized racket throughout his career. I mean, he ended his career with that head radical, that head made for him in a 107 square inch head. And that's how he ended his professional career. But, you know, rackets like that don't really exist anymore. You know, a couple companies that may make it, but even Head kind of took out their oversized radical a couple generations ago. So somebody reached out to me. His name is Michael, and he's from Zenith Tennis. And he writes, "Hi, my name is Michael, and I am a designer of Zenith tennis rackets. It's a control-based oversized racket. Its specs are a little different. Head size 115, average weight 315, average balance 310 millimeters, beam width 21. Length is 27. String pattern is 20 mains by 21 crosses." Wow, that beam width is a little interesting. 21 millimeters constant beam, so thinner beam. "I wanted to design something that I felt would be helpful to the general playing public rather than pros, and I felt there are a good lot of players hitting a good ball with good technique, but they don't have the skill of pros. So could do with an extra large sweet spot in a frame that isn't overly powerful. I'm wondering if you would like to try one. I'd love to get your opinion on it. Thanks, Mike." So I answered Mike and I was like, wow, we're taking me back in time here. And of course, I'd love to try it, Mike. And so I responded with, yeah, send it over. Let me know when you do. And I'll be looking forward to it. So he said, so here's the thing about this racket, he was saying, that it may take up, or it will take up, more than 40 feet of string. So an average, you know, aside from Yonex, they're going to give you 40 feet in one set of strings. So he was saying, maybe try it pulling it out of a reel first, just in case you run out of string. Well, I got it yesterday. First thing I did was I kind of measured it because it looks like this. Yeah, look at that. Pretty round, isn't it? Yeah, pretty round. So 20 by 21. First thing I did was I think I can squeeze 40 feet of string in here. So I did a one-piece string job. It did end at the top on the main, and then so I came top down. 40 feet of string. I got it to fit with spare. Look at that. So this was my short side. I just wanted to show you that it could be done. I strung it at 52 pounds. I'm going to snip that obviously, but I just wanted to show you 40 feet does fit. You have to be confident, meticulous about the string job though. I measured 3 times before tying off this main, okay? So just show you, so you know. It is a dense string pattern here, okay? And it's more mains than most rackets, like 99.9% of rackets. And there's more cross than 99.9% of rackets. But here is the Zenith, and it's called the One, O-N-E. And you saw the beam, okay? So I kept the plastic on it. I asked for a quarter, and yeah, I am excited to try it. All right, so I'm gonna take the plastic off, trim it a little bit, and then let's go see if we could, well, I need a bigger sweet spot. Let's see if one of the pros can handle it now. Stay tuned. All right, Coach Rob and I just got off the court with the Zenith One. What were your first impressions when you first saw the racket?
I first looked at it and thought it was fried egg. And I was like, wow, there's a lot of string on this racket. And the shape is strange. And then I was kind of like, let's go back. Don't judge a book by the cover. So let's not judge the racket by the look. Let's see how it plays and how it feels.
Yeah. And how did it feel?
Felt actually pretty good.
Yeah?
I hit the ball pretty hard at you. It came off the racket. It felt pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised that it something that looks different.
Right.
Felt good.
Now, did you ever hit with a Prince Graphite 110? Like
I did the composite, I think.
In a 110?
Yeah.
Okay.
My arm hurt after a little bit, so I should have stopped sooner than I did. But yeah.
So it wasn't like
it was
long term?
No.
Oh, so you were never a 110 player?
No.
Okay.
That was my mistake, not listening to the pro who said, don't use a 110, you're not old.
Really?
I was about 15.
But I figured back then everybody was using a graphite oversized back then, the Princes.
Some were, but I was still sort of sticking to the mid-size.
Got it.
I had to hit the ball cleanly. Didn't need the cheater. I got the cheater, then my arm hurt, and then I went back to...
So do you think this was cheating?
Cheating? No. I mean, they make bigger rackets. I mean, what 120 something or other? Or...
But thinner.
And thin. That was, yeah, it was nice to have a thin beam with...
So that's the thing, is like, this is a big, it's a 115. It's a thinner beam, constant beam, box beam racket for that player who has the strokes, yet just needs a little oomph without going ultra light.
Right, and going real big and powerful.
Right.
Because you could stroke it and it came off the racket and felt pretty good. Yeah,
we tested a bunch of rackets today. Out of all the rackets we tested, this one, you drove me back with it. I actually had to step back 2 steps and take it like this, because when you struck it, it actually came off on a high plane, bounced, and jumped up at me and pushed me back a little bit more. And this wasn't the well, and this wasn't the most powerful racket that we tried today either. So, but
it was definitely the most interesting shape racket we tried today.
Yeah, I mean, when I hit it, it felt natural, which is interesting to me. It didn't have the same drag as an oversized racket usually does. It actually cut through the air very efficiently, very smoothly. When you struck the ball, it actually hit it and actually went. So this is a multi at 52. That probably helps a little bit. Didn't lose control at all. It was actually easy to spin it, easy to cut it. I was a little surprised though that they really needed all these strings in here. I mean,
well, they had room for more. They could have stuck another one up here and another one down there.
Then I'll need 2 sets of strings for sure.
Right.
But like I was telling you in the intro, my buddy said, you're going to need 2 sets of strings or pull it off for real. And I was like, nope, I'm going to make this fit because I know I can do this. And I did. So
2-piece.
1.
Exactly. Had to be 1.
Yeah. So
1 knot, 1 knot.
Exactly. Like what Coach Rob said, don't judge a racket by its cover. If you like the oversize, want the security of an oversize player's racket, now it's here. Test this out. You will not regret it. If you're intermediate and just want like an old time kind of feel, like with a modern twist, you're not going to miss with this. You're going to have so much confidence. You're going to be able to hit through and pass people.
If you do miss the ball with that, you may have some other problems.
Yeah. But like what Coach Rob said, test it out, guys. Don't just see it and say, that's not for me. But I could definitely see teaching pros use this. Somebody who's like 5'0", 5'5", that know what they're doing. They will know exactly what to do with this racket and win with it. All right, so test it out. They're only shipping out of the UK, so it's factory direct or Zenith direct to you only. So yeah, check out the website below and check and try one of these out. It's actually not that expensive, which is the other great thing. All right, Zenith One. All right, I'll put a link below. You guys can test it out for yourself. Coach Rob, thank you so much.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.